Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel once again. If you're new to my channel, you are welcome. My name is Emanuela, and for returning viewers, I say a big welcome back to you. Thank you for all your support. So in this video, we're going to talk about proof of solvency or proof of funds while you apply for your student D visa as an international student who wants to move to Belgium to study. In Belgium, there are three major ways to show proof of funds or proof of solvency. So the first method or the first way to show proof of funds or proof of solvency is scholarship. So in Belgium, there are different or various scholarships you can apply to. The second method is for you to show a blocked account, which shows a certain amount we're going to look at in the course of this video. The third method is for you to show a guarantor or a sponsor, someone that will stand for you during one of the academic year of your study as an international student in Belgium. He or she also has to sign a document called Annex 32. We're going to see the terms and conditions of these methods as we go along in this video. So practically, we're going to have case study of 4 schools in Belgium have to explain these methods.
So here you have Belgium University. Okay, so sufficient means of sustenance for visa application or for prolongation stay permit for study or search year. When applying for a study visa, all students with a non-EEA nationality have to prove that they have sufficient financial means to cover their study costs, living expenses for the duration of their studies in Belgium. There are 3 ways to prove you have sufficient means of subsistence or your solvency. Here, the first one is scholarship. This is a document certifying that you have been granted a scholarship under the Belgian government or with other scholarship form that you have at the university you're going to be applying to study in Belgium, right? So you can show that it's a document that will certify that the scholarship body is actually going to take care of your study costs, your living expenses for the duration of your studies in Belgium. But please bear in mind that every organization or any organization that is going to be sponsoring you or that is going to be giving you a scholarship has their terms and conditions. For some of them, you have to keep up with your grades. If your grades drop during your study year, the next year, they're not going to give you the scholarship. So you have to put that in mind. So after clicking on that link, it brings us to this page where it says, the third country national, that's if you're applying as an international student, after you must have gotten the scholarship, this is what the scholarship fee is going to be like. For 2023-2024, the people that have gotten that scholarship under Ghent University had this amount, 789 euros net per month. When you say net, that's after tax. All right, so that is the amount that the scholarship body is going to be giving to you every month as a scholar. The second way is to show sponsorship. You need to show someone that can stand as your sponsor. Sponsor can be your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, any of your relative, or even a Belgian national, that is someone that is a Belgian citizen, or someone that is an European citizen, or someone that has a permanent residency to stay and work and live in any of the European countries, and the person earns a certain amount of money, then the person can stand as your sponsor. Once you're sure that the person earns that amount of money, then you can present such a person as a sponsor, and then the person has to fill this form called Annex 32. When you click on this, it takes you to where the Annex 32 form can be found. This is the Annex 32. It's called Engagement de prise en charge. All right, Annex 32 for the form that's going to be filled and submitted by your sponsor. I know what you're looking at is the 2023 form, and it is written, I think this is written in French language. All right, so you need to actually be meticulous at this. So if you do not understand French at the moment, you can use Google Translator to actually translate this document so that your sponsor will be able to know where he or she is going to put what information. The first one can be the person's name, second one, date of birth, national, and the person's profession, where the person lives. All right, another useful information you have there, the person's signature, date, and all of that needs to be on this form. So it's going to be attached to other documents that he or she is going to be submitting as your sponsor. So with regards to Annex 32, you have this IBZ Immigration Office here, link here. You can read other useful information. The third way to show means of subsistence here is the blocked account. For most universities in Belgium, all right, there's an amount stipulated for any student that will feel that they can sponsor themselves. There's an amount that he or she needs to send to the school. Like, let's take, for example, send to the finance department of the school for them to block for him during his or her studies. So the students and PhD candidates admitted to Ghent University can apply for a blocked account. This method is highly recommended for smooth treatment of the application, that is your visa. It has been noted in the past that usually, not all the time, but the 80 to 90% of the time that international students apply for visa, most people that get their visa early enough are people that have applied using the blocked account. So there's an amount stipulated by the school, each school, because each school's amount is not the same with another school, depending on the area of Belgium where the school is situated, right? So you have people from the Flemish region, you have the people from the Wallonia region. So what is obtainable in the Wallonia region is not what is obtainable in the Flemish region, right? The period for which you request a proof of solvency falls within 1 academic year. So you can only block money for 1 academic year, but they said a maximum of 30 months in total. If you're going for the first time to Belgium and you want to use a blocked account, you need to block for 13 months as Ghent University students. It says for degree students and Dutch priority year students, the period is fixed, 13 months. So from 1st of September, when your course is going to start, till the 30th of September the next year, you need to block the amount. How much do I need to transfer? For single students, you'll be having minimum of 950 euros as an international student to block. And if you're going as a family, you have this amount here per month. So if you times 950 times 13, you should know what you're going to be blocking. It says this information is as of March 2023, Ghent University charges a handling fee of 100 euros. That's for administrative fee. All right, that's for bank charges and all of that. Examples: single students admitted to master's or bachelor's degrees that are going to start in September. Duration blocked account 13 months from 1st of September to 30th September the next month. You have blocked account 13 months times 950 euros. You have 12,350 euros. Total to be transferred is 12,350 plus 100 handling fee. The total amount you need to be blocking as a single student going is 12,450 euros. So for a lot of people that have been sending me a message, can I go with my family? Can I not go with my family? You can see that if you have to go with your family, it's going to be cost effective. All right. So if you're going as a single person, you're going to be blocking 12,450 euros to have for your living expenses. But if you're going with your family, you're going to block more. And this is the amount, okay? Duration for blocked account 13 months for this and another. Family consists of wife, husband, and 3 children. 26,750 euros. I have other useful information here. You read that up at your free time. Now let's roll over to another university. The second school we're going to be reviewing here is KU Leuven. So proof of solvency, the same 3 ways I talked about: scholarship, attestation from KU Leuven or other institution that is giving you the scholarship, proof of your financial means, and then that's your blocked account, and then the form of commitment that has to be done by your guarantor or your sponsor. Next says 2 must be completed and signed by either a Belgian, an EU citizen living in the EU, a non-EU citizen with permanent residence in an EU member state, or your direct relatives up to 3rd degree, and who must avail of sufficient income. That's what I said earlier, right? Belgian law requires that this person, your guarantor or sponsor, must be able to show that he or she earns at least 2,048 euros and 53 cents per month for themselves, plus another 789 euros per month for your own, you as a student coming under them and they doing or becoming your sponsor. So firstly, your sponsor has to be earning 2,048 euros. Secondly, he or she must also have extra or be earning extra 789 euros. When you put it together, your sponsor should be earning about 2,800 euros. So they'll remove the 2,048 euros for the sponsor. Okay, then 789 euros for you. Once you can identify that your sponsor earns 2,000, there about 800 euros, when you round it up, then the person can stand as your sponsor. And then you also, second thing to also know is that the person must be a Belgian, person must be an EU citizen, or a non-EU citizen living with a permanent residency in an EU member, or a direct relatives up to 3rd degree. But guys, please know that this 3rd option or this last option here, it's not really a feasible one to go with, because few of my subscribers that went with a third degree relative from a third country were not accepted. Okay, if you have questions on that, put it in the comment section or send me an email. The Belgian consulate or embassy has the authority to require official proofs of your guarantor's income to investigate this accordingly. So if you tell them that this person is earning this amount, 2,800 euros, they need the person's pay slips for the last 3 months to investigate if actually the person is earning this amount every month before they can actually sign or attest for this person to be your sponsor, and before you go ahead with your visa application. If they have not given you the go ahead and you go and apply your visa application, your money is going to be wasted, time is going to be wasted, and you might not have enough time to look up for another sponsor. In your own interest, try to follow this process. The guarantor has the options to choose to be responsible for just 1 academic year. There are different rules. You need to read this at your free time to be sure of who you are presenting as your guarantor. Right, the third school we're reviewing here is University of Hasselt. This is their proof of solvency. They have the 3 ways to show proof of solvency. All right, you also have the information here with regards to anyone looking at blocking an account or using the block account method. It says applications for 2023-2024, the final amount is 950 euros per month. An additional 100 euro has to be added for it as administrative cost. Say the total amount for the year students will be 12 times 950. You have 11,400 plus 100, and then you have it as 11,500. So for University of Hasselt, they're asking for 12 months. The other university we reviewed asked for 13 months. So that's why I said what is obtainable in this area or in this region or in this university might not be the same thing with another university in Belgium. Finally, VUB, that's Vrije Universiteit Brussels. One of my subscribers or one of my viewers currently is students in VUB. He is on the academic year 2023-2024, so he was so kind to send this to me and I had to review it for everyone to learn. A single blocked account application will be 950 euros per month for visa purposes, okay? And then a family blocked account will be 2,100 euros per month for visa purposes. It says application deadline for blocked account application for obtaining a visa can be made from 1st of April 2023 until 31st July 2023 because the academic year is going to start around September. Have your solvency certificate in 1 week, depending on how closely you monitor the progress and how fast they receive international payment. For academic 2023-2024, the amount for single students, we have said it already, 950 euros multiplied by the number of months of their stay here. 12,350 euros. It's going to be for 13 months. For long stay blocked account application for resident renewal, it is 12 months. But for the first year, it's going to be 13 months. And then if you're applying for family reunion blocked account, the amount is 2,100 euros multiplied by the number of months for a short stay. That's for people that want to invite their family over. The process of your visa application takes up to 3 months. So you need to start your process in time if you're not going to use the block account method. So if you're going to use the blocked account method, after you must have arrived in Belgium, they're going to be paying you the money this week. October, when you arrive, 950 euros plus any other fee. That's 950 in October, 950 in November, so that you can be able to do some expenses with regards to your studies, paying for insurance and other things that you're going to be paying when you arrive as a student. You're also going to receive 950 euros in December. Another subsequent month, the students applying for a family blocked account, they will receive 13 installments of 2,100 euros for each month. So all that useful information here, it says that you receive the amount in installments. It means that you receive the amount every month to cater for your living expense. So if you found this video useful so far, please click on the like button, like this video. That's how YouTube will help recommend this video to a lot of people looking for this information, proof of solvency with visa application, questions and answers. Kindly share this video with your family and friends. Subscribe if you're new here, and turn on your post notifications to get more useful information with regards to how to make your application successfully to immigrate abroad. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.